Alrighty, a couple of WoW sub replays. Been meaning to put this together for a while now, but like stuff like work and tournaments and other stuff has got in the way. So apologies to the guys for not sorting this out before. So first off, we got the AK47 in his Jagdtiger, and I love the fact that he's carrying on in chat at the beginning, and it's just like you never know when you're going to get a mastery game, and then you're like, oh my god, why did I say that? So I'm having a chuckle at that for a start, and just as some background, it's as a result of the fact that he has had abuse on chat latterly about his sexuality apparently. So he's just literally led with yeah, okay, right, just clear that up right now. So that's funny as hell. Anyway, he's going to drive his Yarg extremely aggressively in this game. And the game does not start well with someone driving across the front of his shot. And that's just pretty poor awareness from the Larvenkrancer thing there, because he must have seen the Yarg was lining that up, and he's just driven in front of it for no apparent reason. For all of that, there's a lovely squishy little RU in front who's swiftly cleared out. Why he goes this way, only he will know, but there you are, he's in the garage, ruining his life choices and wondering what it's like to drive a light tank properly. But there we go. Now he's going to move across into the IS-3, gets a lovely bounce out of that. Caught it on the skirt, and now in a kind of absolutely no shits given kind of way, he's just going to get involved and drive at the enemy. Now the DPM on the Yarg is awesome, so when properly channeled as it's been here, you can see how quickly the damn thing will reload and just how much love it will give out in a shot. So AK47, he's already on 2.3k damage, and he's not having it from these guys at all. He's now going to go push the IS. It's exactly the right thing to do. He may well get shots in the side, but he's going to clear this guy. Deluxe. Done. And then we're just left with a YOLO in T44 or T54, which is dead, and two bad guys at the back. And once again, there's CDC. Thank you very much. Nice trade, 407 for 207. Lovely job. CDC ain't poking anymore. He's learnt the errors of his ways, so he's down to the KPZ70 thing. Just got cleared. Don't know whether he went AFK or just got bored with life there. And the CDC's gonna run. The IS-5 asked the question about CCAP, and he's openly questioning how stupid people are. Well, I got my opinions on that, boys and girls, and I think it's almost a rhetorical question. So there we go, we're up to 4k damage, and we just need the CDC to be nice and obliging and drive out. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Thanks for coming. So, just over 4k damage. Awesome game, mate. I loved it. Loved the fact that you just drove the damn thing at the enemy and used the DPM and just didn't really give a stuff about what they were trying to do, and just obliterated them. The second game I put on, because whereas the first is all about brutality and DPM, driving a Yarg in an effective way, the second game is all about patience, and the fact that, as I've ranted on about before, the counter at the top there says 7 minutes. That's a complete 7 minutes. And now I get that Blitz as a tablet format is frantic, and it's not, you know, World of Tanks proper. You know, it's not a longer game and all of that, but still, it still astounds me in Encounter Battle how little patience people have playing the game. And if you look at the Marvel and Commander Smith here, they're just sat in the middle waiting for the game to evolve. There's no particular need to rush or do anything, and these two play together a lot, so this is a great spot on this map because you can see both flanks and you can wait for it to evolve. You can then make a choice about which way you're going to go and take the game from there. And the Chuckle Brothers here are doing exactly that. And you can see that there's an ARL gone on his own on the far flank. There's a Dicker Max who isn't spotted. There's a Hellcat, you know, in a traditional sort of sniping position. And the team, because they lack patience, have gone left. And people insist on this map in heading into that dip on the left. And I've never really understood it, particularly in a light or a medium tank, why you would just put yourself in a narrow little dip stroke corridor where the red guys can snipe you, come down and obliterate you, especially if they're in numbers. And that's pretty much exactly what's happened on that flank. So you can see Commander Smith in particular has not done huge damage yet. He's just being patient. The Marvel's gone up and used his gun depression and put some damage down on the right, and he's now going to push, and Commander Smith's going to push with him because that's exactly the right thing to do. And they're going to focus this dragon because he's actually a good player. And if you looked at the beginning of the game, the dragon has done exactly the same thing. The dragon waited until he saw the battle evolve, and he's come down here to deal with, you know, one-shots. Now you can say that's being a grub, you can say that's being vampiric, you can say what you like, but he's also tried to play a considered game. It's just that he's running out of tanks and hit points. So Commander Smith and the Marvel clear that guy out. The Dicker Max has finally come across from the other side of the map, and ultimately probably his decision making in this game is what's going to cost the Reds. And the same for the ARL really. The red team have given a bloody good fight on this flank. And the trouble they've had is that these two guys here can't read a map. You know, the heavy tank has gone to the far side of the map and hasn't come and supported his meds and lights. And the Dicker Max was full health there. He's just clearly sat on a ridge for the entirety of the game and just not contributed, you know, not done anything. It's a lovely shot on the move, by the way. He's spotted, but he's going to re-camo real quick. And what's left, as I said at the beginning of the video, we have a 7-minute game here. 7 minutes. And we're at almost exactly halfway. We're almost exactly at the halfway point of the game. And there's only 3 tanks left on the battlefield. You know, it kind of defies belief sometimes. So Commander Smith knows that he's got time. He also knows that he's got quite a nice big map. I mean, you know, it's not Copperfield or Mines or any of those stupid maps which, you know, frankly shouldn't be in the game anymore. You know, we ought to have more maps like this, like Normandy. Something with a bit more scale where you can actually have a game and not just a noob fest in the middle or on the side or whatever. So Commander Smith, and this is why I wanted to show this game. Right enough, he's done 1.7k damage, which ain't bad by this juncture. But he's got nearly half the game to strategize what he wants to do with the remaining 2 tanks. And not only that, he's driving a light tank, so he has absolutely delicious camo on the move. So the view range on the ARL and the Dicker Max, coupled with his camouflage on the move, has given him an advantage. Now at this point in time you could say, well, they're a tank up. Yeah, you know what, on this map I'd rather be in a VK. And there's the Dicker Max. He's done in his own mind what he thinks is the right thing, which is to try and cap it out. And Commander Smith puts 2 into him. And I like this piece of gameplay here because he doesn't get greedy. He doesn't go up for the 3rd shot. And we've all been kind of strongly tempted in life where we've got shots to chance that sort of 3rd one. And that 3rd one's what's cost you. You know, I think if he'd done a 3rd shot into the Dicker Max there, I think he probably would have got cleared. I think they were both looking at that ridge. So now he's got options, and he can either he can double back round right, or he can push round left. And he's just guessing where they think he's going to come from, basically. And they are in the middle, basically going, where the hell has that Vk28.01 gone? But for all of that, we're now down to 1 minute, and we're at 53 on the cap counter, so this is very, very marginal. So he's going to pop in along the top here, see what he can spot, and there's the ARL, and that's the tank he wants. He knows in the case of the Dicker Max that he can COD that, no worries at all. I mean, you know, it's not easy, but to an experienced player, if you've got a turretless TD last up, you know, that's the one that you want. That is the tank that you want to see on the battlefield as the last tank to deal with. The King of Lizards helpfully provides some suggestions about moving, not only because of cap points but also because of time. Command Smith's just going to do the right thing on the Dicker Max. He's going to give him a little hug of love, go around the back of him. This guy's got nowhere to go. He's got absolutely no hope from here. And here we have the final shot. Look at the counter. There you go. 7 minute game, people. Right there, as illustrated by Commander Smith. And the mastery results, and well-deserved 2.7k damage. Big carry. The team went for not much. Worthy contribution from the Marvel. Cracking game, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great gameplay. Cheers.